Hey, real quick before we start today's video, I got an email. A guy was really mad about the clones. He was like, "Man, I respect you as a reviewer, and I like your work, but could you calm down on the clones? It's such a disrespect to the art form and blah blah blah." And I respectfully reply back to him. I say, "Listen, bro, this is just simply not for you." I said, "I'm a fan of clones. I'm intrigued by them. And I understand the differences of the two." I was super cool. And then he hit me back. He was like, "This is what I'm talking about. You're not a real respecter of the art. You're just out to make money and this and that. And I'm going to unsubscribe and just be cool, bro. About the clones. It's okay. If you don't like clones, I'm pretty sure my buddy Ross over at TLTG Reviews or somebody else who's really dope in the game has a video for you today. Go check them out. But it's cool on the clones, bro." That's crazy. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, Deirdre Alex Jr., and I am back with another fragrance video. All right, so we are back with the War of the Clones, Clone Wars Part 2. All right, so clones are a very, popular thing in the fragrance community, and now there are more people who aren't, like us, who are finding out about clones. So I decided to go ahead and do a part 2 because I have plenty of clones that I've tested out, especially early on when my collection really started to take off, because I did a lot of experimenting with these to see if I wanted to purchase the real bottle. All right, and sometimes the clones settled me in just good and I don't need the full bottle. All right, so we're going to talk 7 more today. But before we get started, Smell Good family, hopefully everything is great, fantastic. Hopefully everyone is doing well, positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know how we give it up here on this channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We have 7 more clones that I feel that are just outstanding. All right, up first from the house of Maison Alhambra. I don't know if it's discontinued or not. I still see it floating around out there. But we have Woody Oud. Woody Oud. And this one is a direct 1A, 1B to Tom Ford's Oud Wood. All right. Now, this was the first one that I got from this whole Tom Ford series, and it's a really good one. I do have decants of quite a few of the Tom Ford line and private blends, and this one is really close. I'm going to say it's around that 90, 95, or 90, 93. 90, 93 percentile when you're talking about a clone. This is a really good one, and in the air and when you're wearing it throughout the day, it is a very minimum difference between the two. Now the opening is a little screechy, it has to kind of settle down, and of course the Tom Ford is going to be better quality overall. But if you're trying to save your bucks and you want to spend around $30 or $40, if this is still available, and if there's a link for it, I'll put it down in the description. Looking at Woody Oud, it gets extremely close, and I really enjoy it. I've seen some roach spray and bug spray references out there. Okay, but I don't get that. But from the house of Maison Alhambra, I think it's like a sister company to Lattafa, we have Woody Oud. Woody Oud. All right, up next in this part 2 of the Clone Wars, we have from the house of Alexandria, and they did a great job with this one. We have Hawaii Volcano Intense. This one gets a lot of conversation from what I see in the community. This is a direct inspired by fragrance from Creed's Virgin Island Water, and it is a darn good one, man. You get the lime, you get the rum, you get the slight coconut touch to it. Very vacation-y, a little bit salty, a little bit in here as well, but the lime and the rum are the star players with the hint of coconut that's kind of dancing around in this DNA. This stuff is fantastic. It lasts all day long. If you don't know about Alexandria Fragrances, everything over there is straight to parfum. So you're going to get a really good oil concentration, really good oil base in these fragrances that can provide you some really good performance, even in their freshies and their citrus-based fragrances. And this right here is no different. If you're looking for a clone of Virgin Island Water, I'm telling you, this is a really good one. Percentile, I'm going to put it around that 90 to 93, 94% range. Like I said, really good. Up in the 90% is pretty good for a clone, and you get probably a little bit better performance than the original. This stuff is solid and it's really good. From the house of Alexandria Fragrances, we have Hawaii Volcano Intense. Really good stuff here, man. Like seriously, really good stuff. All right, up next, one of the cheaper ones in today's video, from the house of, I think it's the Lattafa, we have Fakar Black. Fakar Black. This one right here, right now on Amazon, is around 22, 23, no more than 25 bucks. This is an excellent clone inspired by 1A1B, 2YCLY, just the DNA in general. And to my nose, I get a little bit of the EDT and I get a tad bit of the EDP, and just a lot going on with what this provides. But you get YCLY and it is close. I'm gonna say 95% close to the DNA. Of course, I ain't gonna say of course, the quality is a tad bit better. I'm gonna say tad bit because this is really good. It's really good, and this one, for this one to be 25 bucks is crazy, but for me, to my nose, for it to be around that 25, that 95% close range to the original, it's really good to have. Really good performer, get about 6 to 7 hours, right around the normal lifespan of YCLY, and this is really good if you want to save your money. From time to time, I wear this one before I even think about pulling out the EDT, and that's not true, because if I can preserve the EDT or my EDP or my Le Parfum, then why not? 25 bucks, it's a good one to have. From the house of Lattafa, we have Fakar Black. Really good clone of YCLY for sure. All right, up next, one that is really good, but I am still going to get a full bottle of the original, but this is good. From the house of Maison Alhambra, once again, we have Hercules. Hercules, and if you can't tell by this bottle, this is a direct inspired by fragrance from Parfums de Marly, Herod. And it's close, but it's not as close. You definitely get that kind of honey tobacco style, that honey tobacco feel here. But just when I smell Herod, at least the decant that I have, it's just better than this one. But this is close to the scent DNA. I'm gonna say around that 89 to 92 percentile. And don't take these percentages that I give you as the Bible. D said that this was 96%. No, that's just my thoughts on it. So 89 to 92% close to Herod. It is good. If I had never smelled Herod and had no earthly idea what it was, I would be hooked onto this one, because you do get the experience, you do get the DNA, and it is on full display with this fragrance, and it's really good. So Hercules by Maison Alhambra is a very good take on Herod, but there's some elements of Herod that this one just doesn't have, in my opinion. And truly, that opening is the difference. But once you get into the mid and the dry down, that's when the similarities start to really show in the two fragrances. All right, so from the house of Maison Alhambra, we have Hercules. This is a good depiction of it. All right, it's still a good depiction, even though I said it was 89 to 92%. All right, 3 more to talk about. Up next, man, this stuff is a monster. From the house of Maison Alhambra, once again, we have Tabac. Now, I know this one is hard to find. I was trying to find it a few weeks back for one of the Smell Good family members, and they were asking, say, hey man, I'm trying to find Tabac, but I can't find it. Can I get a little help? And I was not able to find it. I found it on eBay, but he and I were kind of wary of the eBay purchase. But anyway, this stuff is wild. A booming peach and honey tobacco, like a hint of, honey tobacco, peach and honey. It's wild, bro. Touch of florals in here as well. You don't need many sprays of this. This will dominate the cooler weather. I mean, dominate the cooler months. This stuff is incredible. It is incredible. Massive bang for your buck. I got mine from perfumeonline.ca. I paid around that $35 to $40 mark back when it was at its, I guess when it was being discovered, where people were really discovering what this fragrance was. This was running well, and I'm glad that I got a bottle. Can't wait to spend. And as you can see, I put a little dent in that. Look at the dent I put it at when I got it. Yes, sir, because when we do get a little bit of cold air here in Jacksonville, Florida, this is the one that I'm going to be wearing. This is a 1A, 1B from Dior's Tabaccoleur. I've smelled a small decan of that, and it's close. Tabaccoleur quality is much better, and if I could choose between the bottles, I would take Tabaccoleur over this. But this is close, and I'm good with it. I'm good. I don't think I'm going to be in search of getting a full bottle of Tabaccoleur. All right, so bang for my buck. I'm good to go with this. Good stuff here from the house of Maison Alhambra. We have Tabac. All right, we got 2 more left to talk about, and this one, and it's a rarity, that I like this one better than the original. All right, from the house of Afnan. All right, we have 9 p.m. Lord have mercy. Listen, bro, just real quick. This is so good. This is a 1A, 1B of Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mans. The difference between the two is pear versus apple. This has apple, Le Mans, Ultramall. Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramall, has the pear note. I love both, but I like what the apple does with this one. The apple kind of stands out a little bit more. It's not too out of its range compared to what that juicy pear does in Ultramall. But this is exceptional, really good, bang for your buck. It lasts on my skin. I know there's conversation of reformulation, but I wouldn't care. I would fill me up a decan and bring it with me if I felt this thing was fading away. Don't care. This is really good, man. It's really, really good. And if you can get your hands on this, if you're just even curious, if you already own Ultramall, I challenge you to check it out. Get a sample if you can. But this is rivaling and comparable, and I like this one just a little bit better than Ultramall. From the house of Afnan, we have 9 p.m. This is really good stuff, man. Very popular in the community. And last but not least, for all those who ask, D, where is a clone of Layton? I have a couple of clones of Layton. Let me wipe this bottle off, just fingerprints everywhere. I got a couple of clones of Layton, and this is the one I've been wearing the most of. From the house of Haramain, we have Detour Noir. And look at the quality issue right there with the Detour Noir lettering. It's about faded off. About faded off. So this is a close carbon copy of Parfums de Marly Layton. But with this one, you don't get a lot of apple. It kind of gets right to the spices and the vanilla. Like, that's what it kind of gets down to. It's a little tinge of citrus in the opening. Yeah, it's a touch of citrus in the opening, but it goes away rather quickly. And then you start to deal with the vanilla and the spices in this thing, and it is really good. It is really good. Now, I do have another clone of this, Royal Equestrian from Alexandria, which might be the better of the two. But for the price, 30 bucks, 25 to 30 bucks for a carbon copy of Layton, yeah, you need to get this one. Alexandria's run a little bit more in price because of the extrait de parfum concentration. So you're gonna be paying anywhere between 50 to 100 bucks, just depending on what size. But this one is good. Don't sleep on it. Look at the dent that I put in this bottle. Yeah, I put some work in, man. Let me turn it upside down. Yeah, there we go. I put some work in to this bottle. Great clone of Parfums de Marly Layton, which is one of my favorite fragrances from the house, and one of my favorite to wear in the cooler months for sure. But this is a good one. If you can catch it in stock, you grab it. If you're curious and you're interested and you can catch it, grab it. And this could be something that you could become a huge fan of if you're not trying to spend that money. And that's just not for this one. That's for all of these that we talked about today. All right. So again, from the house of Haramain, we have Detour Noir. Great, great carbon copy of Parfums de Marly Layton. All right. So those are 7 more fragrances that are excellent clones. Some of my favorite clones in my collection. Clone Wars Part 2. Will there be a Part 3? Will there? Probably so. All right, but I'm going to spread it out. But I did get some curious. Where's basically all of the ones that are in this video? I was asked, well, where are they? Are they not any good? No. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. All right. So let me know down below. Some clones of yours that you have in your collection that you absolutely love, that you might not necessarily need a full bottle of because you have these. Let's chop it up down below in the comments, smell good family. All right, so until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. We're closing in on 7,000 subscribers. We may have already hit it by the time this video drops, but if we have, best believe that we're doing another giveaway. Each time we get to another 1,000 subscribers, we will be celebrating with a giveaway. It's the least I can do to give back to you guys, all right? So splagger up, splagger down, splagger that thing all around. And remember what you're putting out into this world and exactly what you're gonna get back. All right, y'all be cool. Appreciate y'all. Dream Alive. They got a black hat too. I'm about to get that one. Yeah, because I love this hat.